This holiday, Verizon is helping you bundle up incredible gifts and savings. You'll get the latest phone with a new line on My Plan and a brand new smartwatch and tablet. No trade-in needed, even on our lowest price plan. That's 2 gifts for your family and 1 for you. Or 2 for you and 1 for someone else. Or 3 gifts for you and only you. Either way, you save big on 3 amazing gifts at Verizon. All on the best 5G network. Visit Verizon today. Rankings based on Root Metric Root Score report dated 1/8/2025. Your results may vary. Service plan required for watch and tablet. Additional terms apply.
If you're a custodial supervisor at a local high school, you know that cleanliness is key. And that the best place to get cleaning supplies is from Grainger. Grainger helps you stay fully stocked on the products you trust, from paper towels and disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Plus, you can rely on Grainger for easy reordering, so you never run out of what you need. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know you've reached peak couple energy when your undies match. MeUndies Match Me has you both covered, literally, in super soft ultra-modal undies, socks, PJs, and loungewear. Festive prints? Check. Cozy vibes? Double check. And right now, it's deal season. Get up to 50% off site-wide for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Take your couple game to the next level with MeUndies Match Me. To get deals up to 50% off, go to MeUndies.com/ACAST. Enter promo code ACAST. That's MeUndies.com/ACAST. Code ACAST.
This holiday, Verizon is helping you bundle up incredible gifts and savings. You'll get the latest phone with a new line on My Plan and a brand new smartwatch and tablet. No trade-in needed, even on our lowest price plan. That's 2 gifts for your family and 1 for you. Or 2 for you and 1 for someone else. Or 3 gifts for you and only you. Either way, you save big on 3 amazing gifts at Verizon. All on the best 5G network. Visit Verizon today. Rankings based on Root Metric Root Score report dated 1/8/2025. Your results may vary. Service plan required for watch and tablet. Additional terms apply.
A lot of supplement brands chase trends, but if you're serious about your health, we know research-backed science is what actually moves the needle. Momentus works with the best brains in human science to create every formula, and every batch is made of pure ingredients, tested for safety, and does not contain fillers. So you get the best long-term results possible. Creatine isn't just for muscle gains, it's essential daily fuel for your brain, body, and long-term performance. Momentous CreaPure Creatine is backed by leading performance experts like Dr. Andrew Huberman and Dr. Stacy Sims. Sourced exclusively in Germany, CreaPure sets the gold standard for creatine, delivering the purest form, creatine monohydrate, that's rigorously washed and never cut with fillers. With over 2,000 5-star reviews, over 112,000 customers have seen the results firsthand. With Momentous, the fundamentals are done right. Right now, Momentous is offering our listeners up to 35% off your first subscription order with promo code ACAST. Go to livemomentous.com and use promo code ACAST for up to 35% off your first subscription order. That's livemomentous.com, promo code ACAST.
Hello, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Toby.
And welcome to the Whispering Woods podcast. This episode is all about
Mary King's Close.
Yeah, Mary King's Close in Edinburgh, Scotland. This story is amazing. I'm just going to leave it there for now. But first of all, we have some reviews to read.
Awesome episode. Day 13 of 31 Days of Halloween was the scariest yet. Was that King Booger?
Yeah, King Booger. Oh, thank you so much. It really was a scary one, that. I loved it. And thank you for leaving the review. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And the next one is from Clarison70, and it says, Creepy Tales. I'm really enjoying the podcast. Love your accents, guys, and you do such a good job of telling these stories, some of which are classic and some are completely new to me. I'm really loving binging through older episodes. I was first enticed by the Halloween countdown episodes. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a lovely review and we really, really appreciate it.
Always fun. The best paranormal podcast out there. So fun, always interesting and delightfully spooky. Bye ugly. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. And the best one. I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can leave a lovely review like any of those. We'd love it. We'd really appreciate it and love you forever. You can also join our Patreon at patreon.com/The Whispering Woods, where for £2.50 a month, you can listen to all of the Whispering Woods episodes ad-free. And for £4.50 a month, you can listen to the Whispering Woods and the After Dark episodes ad-free, which were Obscurata, but we're merging them now. We are also on Apple Premium, where for $4.99 you get all of the episodes ad-free too. Right, let's get into this, shall we?
Yes.
Are you ready for the story?
Yes, I am.
To understand the legends of Mary King's Close, we must first step back into 17th century Edinburgh, a city bursting at the seams. In those days, Edinburgh's old town was dreadfully overcrowded, confined within defensive walls on top of a ridge. With no room to expand outward, buildings grew taller and streets narrower. Towering tenements rose 6, 7, even 8 stories high, creating some of the world's first skyscrapers. Off the main thoroughfare of the Royal Mile, a maze of enclosed alleyways, known as closes, intertwined like hidden arteries. Mary King's Close was one such alley, a warren of tightly packed dwellings descending the slope toward the Nor Loch, Edinburgh's foul, stagnant lake. Life in these closes was cramped and squalid. The fortunate lived in the upper floors where light and cleaner air could reach, while the poorest families crowded into lightless rooms at street level, often sharing space with their livestock. Sanitation was virtually non-existent. Residents kept buckets for toilets, and at certain hours they would dump their waste into the street gutters with a cry of Gardy Lou, an Anglicisation of Garde Lou, warning passers-by below to mind the water. Twice a day, waves of refuse and filth cascaded down the close, trickling along open channels towards the Nor Loch. The loch itself had become a cesspool of sewage and garbage, its waters black and pestilent. Foul vapours rose from the marsh, carrying the stench of decay through the city. Breathing these noxious gases was part of daily life, and it was said that a poisonous murky fog sometimes hung over the lower closes. By the early 1600s, Mary King's Close was a bustling microcosm of Edinburgh society. It had been named after a merchant burgess, Mary King, who lived on the close in the 1630s. Mary King was a widowed seamstress and fabric seller who raised her 4 children thereafter her husband's death. That a close was named for a woman was notable in a male-dominated age, suggesting Mary King was a person of some importance. In truth, every close had its own identity, some named for professions, Fish Market Close, others for prominent residents. Mary King's legacy endured in the close's name, even after she passed away in 1644. Unbeknownst to her, the worst was yet to come. The following year, plague descended on Edinburgh, and Mary King's Close would earn a far darker reputation. In 1645, the bubonic plague swept through Edinburgh with a vengeance. Overcrowding and filth made the city a power keg for disease. The epidemic, Edinburgh's 11th recorded outbreak, proved utterly devastating, killing a staggering portion of the population in just 2 years. Contemporary estimates are imprecise, but historians believe between 1/5 to 1/2 of Edinburgh's residents perished in that outbreak alone. The poorest, trapped in the closes, suffered the most as the wealthy fled to cleaner country air. Mary King's Close, densely inhabited and close to the reeking Norloch, was especially hard hit. By mid-1645, the close had become a hotbed of infection. According to law, city authorities took a drastic and cruel measure. They ordered Mary King's Close sealed shut, isolating the sick inside and effectively entombing them alive to contain the plague. Chilling tales tell of how the Close's gates were locked or bricked up, leaving families trapped in darkness to await death, their screams unheard by the healthy folk above. In reality, however, the truth was a bit less barbaric. The city did enforce a strict quarantine on plague-affected closes, but there was an effort to care for those confined. Those residents of Mary King's Close who were still healthy or wealthy enough were evacuated to safer areas like the Burgh Mire on the outskirts. The uninfected poor who chose to stay carried on their lives as best as they could, cautiously keeping shops open and families fed. Infected households hung white flags from their windows to signal they needed aid. City officials and volunteers, taking great personal risk, would deliver food, coal and medicine to the doors of the afflicted. Plague doctors patrolled the close as well, tending to the sick behind the quarantine barricades. One such physician was Dr. George Ray, the official plague doctor appointed in June 1645. Dr. Ray cut an ominous figure as he stalked the alleys of Mary King's Close, clad head to toe in a long leather coat with a wide-brimmed hat and the infamous beaked mask stuffed with aromatic herbs. All the time it was believed the plague spread through poisoned air or miasmas, and sweet herbs were thought to ward off infection. Unbeknownst to Ray, his leather attire did something useful. It prevented flea bites, inadvertently protecting him from the true culprits carrying the plague. Each day by dim lantern light, Dr. Ray visited the stricken, employing a harrowing but somewhat effective treatment. To save a plague victim, he would lance the swollen buboes, the plague boils, slicing them open to let the pus drain out, then cauterize the wounds with a red-hot poker. It was excruciating for the patient, but this primitive intervention did save lives. Many still died, but thanks to Ray's efforts, some recovered. A miracle in a time when plague was usually a death sentence. The authorities had promised hazard pay to any plague doctor who survived the ordeal, but Dr. Ray's story ends on a bitter note. He lived against all expectations, but had to fight the town council for years to collect his wages, and he may never have been paid fully. By the end of 1645, Mary King's Close was ravaged and largely empty, whether or not the doors were literally bricked up. Effectively, the close had become a mass quarantine zone and charnel house. Many of those who hadn't fled in time were dead or dying. Others were taken away to pest houses or mass graves. Legend states that the close was left sealed for months, the cries of the dying gradually fading to silence behind barricaded doors. History indicates that as the plague waned, any remaining survivors would have been relocated, and the close simply fell into disuse. Edinburgh's last major plague outbreak sputtered out by 1646. Mary King's Close, abandoned and still filled with the stench of death, was boarded up and left as a ghost street. For some 40 years after the plague, Mary King's Close lay largely deserted. Its empty dwellings, stained with suffering, gained a reputation for being unwholesome, even cursed. Eventually, life crept back into the close. By the 1680s, Edinburgh's growing population meant every available space was needed again. New residents moved into the old tenements, and businesses reopened in the close's lower floors. Yet the close was no longer quite part of the living city. A generation had passed since anyone had regularly walked its streets, and eerie tales began to circulate among those who returned. Meanwhile, Edinburgh itself was changing. The city had expanded beyond its medieval walls, and by the 18th century, the authorities were keen to modernise the old town. In the early 1750s, plans were laid to construct a grand royal exchange on the Royal Mile, right above Mary King's Close. Rather than demolish the close entirely, the builders did something unusual. They sliced off the upper stories of the old buildings and used the lower levels as foundations for the new exchange. In 1753, the Royal Exchange, today the City Chambers, was built, effectively capping Mary King's Close and neighbouring closes under a monumental roof of stone. The street frontages facing the Royal Mile were knocked down, but deeper down the slope, many of the old rooms and alleyways of Mary King's Close remained intact, entombed beneath the new building. Even buried underground, the close was not entirely lifeless. A few stubborn souls continued to live and work in this half-hidden world. You could descend from street level into a twilight zone of forgotten alleyways to purchase tobacco or have a wig made, or get tools from a sawmaker. Incredibly, one family, the Chesney or Cheney family of sawmakers, stayed on as the close's last residents into the late 19th century. By then, only fragments of Mary King's Close were accessible. The rest was walled off or used as storage cellars. In 1897, the City Council issued Mr. Andrew Chesney a compulsory purchase order of £400 for his property, finally forcing him and the last holdouts to leave. When Andrew Chesney reluctantly moved out in 1902, the old close was sealed up one more time. Doors were bolted, passageways bricked up, and Mary King's Close faded from living memory, becoming something of an urban legend in the 20th century. During World War II, sections of the close briefly found use as an air raid shelter, as locals sought refuge from bombing raids in these deep cellars. But for most of the 1900s, the close lay silent, a time capsule beneath the city streets. Only occasional historians or workmen bothered to venture into its stale air. It wasn't until the early 2000s that interest in Mary King's Close resurfaced in a big way. After exploratory excavations and preservation efforts, the site was deemed safe for public access. In 2003, the real Mary King's Close opened as a heritage attraction, allowing visitors to descend into this subterranean relic of old Edinburgh. Mary King's Close has been shrouded in ghostly folklore for centuries. As soon as people began repopulating the close in the late 1600s, reports of strange occurrences emerged. The close boasts one of the earliest documented hauntings in Edinburgh. In 1685, a respected lawyer named Thomas Colehart moved into a house on Mary King's Close with his family. The Coltharts soon experienced terrifying phenomena. They claimed to see shadowy figures drifting along the close and grotesque, disembodied limbs appearing suddenly in doorways and through walls. Night after night, the family suffered vivid nightmares, plagued by visions so real they feared they were losing their sanity. The disturbances escalated. A formless phantom child would materialise and vanish in the halls, and a ghostly dog with a ghastly appearance was said to trot into their room and curl up on their chair by the fire. One account even describes a floating, bodiless head that terrified a maid so badly she fled the house. According to later retellings, the Coltharts were nearly driven mad by the relentless hauntings and weren't the only ones affected. People living in newer buildings above the buried close also reported inexplicable nightmares during that time. This 17th century haunting of Mary King's Close became the stuff of local legend, convincing many that the plague dead had come back as vengeful spirits. As the years passed, Mary King's Close gained a reputation as the most haunted street in Scotland. By the Victorian era, it was firmly entrenched in Edinburgh's folklore as a place where ghosts walked. One frequently cited spirit is described as a worried woman, often seen wringing her hands in distress as she roams the subterranean corridors. Some speculate she may have been a mother or caretaker, separated from her family when the place was quarantined. Another often spotted figure is a lady in a black dress, gliding silently through the gloom. Many believe this woman in black could be Mary King herself, returning in spirit to the close that bore her name. Perhaps the most famous ghost of Mary King's Close is that of a little child named Annie. The story of Annie's ghost originates from a profound encounter in the 1990s. In 1992, a Japanese psychic medium named Aiko Gibo visited the newly opened Mary King's Close while filming a documentary. During a tour, as the guide led Aiko into a small bare room, the medium suddenly recoiled at the threshold. She felt an overwhelming sense of sadness and pain wash over her. In her words, the atmosphere was too strong to enter. Aiko Gibo reported that something unseen tugged at her trousers, almost as if a child were trying to get her attention. Troubled and curious, the medium returned alone to that room later, determined to make contact with whatever lingered there. In the cold, stale darkness, Aiko said she encountered the spirit of a little girl huddled in the corner, crying. The child introduced herself as Annie and sobbed that she had lost her favourite doll. Through the medium, Annie conveyed that she had fallen sick and died during the 1645 plague. According to Aiko's account, the girl's family had abandoned her in that room when she became ill. She lingered there in spirit, lonely and inconsolable, over the loss of her doll and her family. Moved by the heartbreaking tale, Aiko Gibbo did something simple and compassionate. She went out and bought a doll from a nearby shop. Returning to the dark room, she placed the new doll in the corner and told the crying ghost that this toy was for her. In that moment, Aiko said, the heavy oppressive feeling in the room lifted, replaced by a sense of gratitude from the child. The story of Annie quickly spread. Ever since, visitors from around the world have continued to leave dolls, teddy bears and toys in Annie's room as offerings to comfort the little ghost. The collection of toys is periodically cleared out and donated to charity, with the original doll always left behind, a practice that continued for years. In 2019, a disturbing discovery was made. The original beloved doll, nicknamed the Tartan Barbie, went missing from Annie's room. Staff launched a public appeal with the hashtag Bring Back the Doll, asking whoever took it to return it with no questions asked. To this day, the doll has not returned, and one can only hope Annie is not angered by the loss of her treasured companion. Besides these well-known ghosts, Mary King's Close is rife with other unexplained phenomena. Many have heard footsteps echoing behind them in empty halls, or the scrape of a shoe on stone when no living person is near. Disembodied voices are another commonly reported occurrence. Soft murmurs or faint conversations that stop abruptly when one listens closer. Some sounds seem tied to specific locations. In one abandoned fireplace, people have heard persistent scratching noises from behind the bricked-up hearth. Local lore says a little chimney sweep boy may have died in that chimney long ago, and it's his small hands that now claw at the bricks. Those brave enough to stick an arm into the blackened fireplace have sometimes jerked back in surprise, claiming they felt sharp nails scratching their skin. Other times, the close breaks its silence with unexpected commotion. There are accounts of the muffled din of a party or tavern echoing through the chambers. Some interpret it as a phantom replay of a final revelry, perhaps a group of plague victims attempting one last night of merriment amid the horror. A wake that somehow imprinted itself on the environment. The clink of cups, faint laughter or music, even the rumour of voices singing a long-ago tune have been noted, only for the sounds to stop when curious tour-goers draw near. Physical manifestations occur as well. People occasionally report small stones being thrown in the dark, pebbles that zip past their heads or land at their feet from no obvious source. Some tourists have felt the light touch of unseen hands brushing against their hair or shoulders. Numerous investigative teams have captured EVP recordings of eerie voices or sounds not heard by the human ear. These EVPs have included what sounds like faint crying, a distant moan or a hushed whisper, responding to investigators' questions. One of the most compelling modern investigations took place on Friday the 13th of November 2020, when the Real Mary King's Close hosted its first ever live-streamed paranormal investigation. Led by a team from Scottish Paranormal, the event was broadcast online to viewers from around the world. Over the course of an hour and 45 minutes, investigators methodically moved through the warren of rooms with an array of ghost hunting equipment. Digital voice recorders, EMF meters, infrared cameras, all while viewers watched from the safety of their homes. The results did not disappoint. In the area known as Annie's Room, multiple witnesses heard the unmistakable sound of young children's voices. The high-pitched giggling and distant words were picked up by the audio recorders, even though no children were on the tour or even present underground at that time of night. Startled investigators called out to the supposed spirits, and a series of light tapping noises answered from the bare walls. In another segment of the close, in the rooms that once belonged to the Chesney family, the team experienced a repeated rap on a wall that seemed to answer their questions in a rudimentary form of communication. All of this was recorded live. Later, the closest management confirmed that there have long been records of an unusual number of unexplained events. For the investigators that night, the consensus was that something unseen dwells in Mary King's Close. As one of them remarked, being in the closed-up silence down there, you seriously feel like you've stepped back in time while being watched by the unseen. The live stream only reinforced what generations of visitors have felt. The Close is alive with echoes of the past.
Hey, this is Paige from Giggly Squad, and today I want to talk to you about Boost Mobile. The holidays are pure chaos, gifts to buy, people to see, and somehow zero time for yourself. Boost Mobile is here to make at least one thing easy. When you bring your own device and switch to Boost Mobile's $25 unlimited plan, you get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month. No trade-ins, no contracts, no stress, just savings that actually make sense. Because let's be real, it feels good to treat yourself while you're doing everything for everyone else. Visit boostmobile.com to start saving. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 per month as long as they remain active on Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Isn't this story fantastic? And I really want to go and have a look down there, but I think I might get a panic attack.
I'll go there.
Because it's underground, I think I'd get a panic attack and then just run out screaming. How amazing is that? And I never knew about this until I heard an episode on Morbid podcast about this place, and it just fascinated me.
Yeah.
Would you go?
Yeah.
Well, you've said it looks like Italy.
Yeah.
What, the streets?
Yeah.
The little kind of place. Yeah, I can see what you mean by that. It's really narrow and it's got that kind of look. I'll see if I can attach a photo. We'll put one on our social media. Just got to be careful because they're copyright, a lot of them. But I'll see if I can find one. But yeah, the plague. Of course, I went along with, yeah, of course. they put all the poor people down there and just bricked it all up and left them to die. Which I don't think did happen. Well, I hope not. And you can never really tell with people. Because we just suck.
Well, I don't personally. I don't know about you.
I've had my sucky moments. Don't get me wrong.
Well, that's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed and we'll catch up with you again soon.
We will indeed. We will catch you again tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Goodbye.
Hi, this is Kim and Penn Holderness from Laugh Lines, and today we want to talk to you about Boost Mobile.
Yeah, you know, the holidays are full of joy, aren't they? But let's be honest, a little chaos too. Between family gatherings, travel, and all the shopping, it's easy to forget yourself in the mix.
Boost Mobile helps make things simple with a $25 unlimited plan, giving you unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month. No trade-ins, no contracts, no stress. Just straightforward savings that keep your wallet feeling very merry and bright.
Yeah, because the holidays are about connecting with the people you love, and Boost Mobile makes that part pretty easy.
Visit boostmobile.com to start saving.
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience lower speeds. Customers will pay $25 per month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
If you're a smoker or vapor, ready to make a change, you really only need one good reason. But with Zyn nicotine pouches, you'll discover many good reasons. Zyn is America's #1 nicotine pouch brand. Plus, Zyn offers a robust rewards program. There are lots of options when it comes to nicotine satisfaction. But there's only one Zyn. Check out zyn.com/find to find Zyn at a store near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Hey guys, it's Paige from Giggly Squad, and if you're anything like me, holiday shopping has officially started. And you know where I'm going? Ulta Beauty. They have the cutest gift sets right now, like the Sol de Janeiro, Shea Rosa, and Cheer Perfume Mist Trio. It smells so good. I've been misting it everywhere. On me, on the street, on my pillow. It's a whole vibe. I'm obsessed with the Tarte Kindness Cafe Collector Set. It's packed with everyday makeup must-haves, and it's honestly too cute to wrap. And if you need a cozy little self-care moment, the Moroccan Oil Hand Care Essentials Kit is luxe, hydrating, and smells delicious. Don't worry if you can't decide right now. An Ulta Beauty gift card is the perfect gift for everyone. So whether you're gifting your bestie or yourself, make the season yours and head to Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty, gifting happens here.
The stories told on the Whispering Woods are inspired by historical records, witness reports, and local folklore. While every effort is made to research and represent events accurately, some details, names, and locations may differ from official accounts or have been changed out of respect for those involved. These episodes are created for storytelling and entertainment purposes and should not be considered definitive fact or investigative journalism.